Said the church don't make a beep.
Yeah, she fancy. She don't do a lot of talking. She's about that action. She about that action. That's all.
I need my girl to talk to me.
Yeah, I
Talk to me, baby.
I like a little feedback too, a little noise.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
The heck?
Yeah. Let me know I'm doing good.
Oh, that might make the cut.
Ding.
All right, y'all.
All right, we're going to church on Sunday.
I'm gonna hit this beat because we are trying to be saved, y'all. Praise the Lord, right? Oh man, super excited. We're gonna try this because this is like our first time ever doing this. Will this make the air? We do not know, but we are gonna find out. So we got an intro for y'all. We think it's pretty fire. So whenever you're ready to take us away.
All right. I didn't know we were going to do it like that. Okay.
I don't know.
Welcome to the D&A Podcast. I'm your host, DeAnJilo.
And I'm your host, Angel. This is your prime location where we provide a safe space for men to talk about tough topics so that we can all know better, so we can do better, and progressively be better.
Because that's just what we do. It's our DNA. Now let's get into it, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, that was sexy. Why am I talking sexy? It's the beat. The beat makes me get like very sultry. I don't know why.
Yeah, I was trying to match his energy because he just came with it with that sexy voice. I was like, bro, what? Who are we talking
the beat,
to?
bro. It's the beat.
I was like, who are we talking to right now,
Talking
man?
to future wifey, bro.
I was, hey, you better speak it into existence, man. You better speak it into existence.
Oh man.
Oh, that was funny. That was funny. Oh man. So here we are. We are officially doing this.
Let's do it.
The DNA, y'all. Wow, the DNA. We're doing it. So
Can we peel the curtain back here a little bit for them?
let's do it.
This is our intro episode, but this is nowhere near close to the first episode we've recorded. I want to be really honest with you guys about where we are, because that's what this show is about. It's about honesty.
It's about honesty, y'all. And we've been in the works, and we are so excited. We've been cooking, and bless DeAnJilo here for dealing with me because my perfectionism is off the roof, y'all.
And you deal with my ADHD, so it's a
Oh
mutual
my
deal
Lord,
with
we're gonna
it.
talk about it one of these days. But for this first one, who knows? We might talk about it today. But for this first episode, we just wanted to introduce y'all into who we are. We spent a lot of time talking about some intimate, deep topics. And it just didn't make sense to have an intimate, deep conversation with an audience that doesn't even know who we are. And so we took a step back to acknowledge, we ought to give people an opportunity to get to know who we are.
4 episodes in, pouring our heart out
Right.
very deeply. We're like, hey,
Yes.
maybe they should know who the hell we are first.
Maybe it might be a good idea.
I think that's insight to our personality types. I
Agreed.
do enjoy deeper conversations more than the face value shallow ones. So
Agreed. It would be kind of interesting if we just like drop those 4 episodes and then we drop them with an intro. Who knows? That might happen.
Yeah.
But like,
we'll see.
yeah, we just figured we ought to like give an opportunity to let you all get to know who we are and know that, we've been through some things, we've seen some things, we still learning from some things and unlearning from some things. And we just have lately been very courageous to talk about those things and create a space like this. And so here we are. So
It's interesting you say lately, though. I feel like our entire life has prepared us and aligned us for this moment. And there's been little moments that have helped sharpen us to have the confidence to lead in it in a way.
okay, somebody's preaching. You better preach,
I mean,
bro.
come on, I'm in my bag. I'll take tithes and offering after. But I really feel like, meeting you has been a beautiful alignment because I've gotten to the point where I know I have an idea of what my purpose is. And part of it is challenging the status quo and how men engage with emotions and also how they just learning how to process them in a healthier way. Now, part of that is because I'm in my own journey, you know what I mean? But also just like meeting men who have that same kind of passion in their own walk has been like, I'd say, an answered prayer. So it's
Absolutely,
beautiful.
man. I appreciate you as well, man. I love that. And, I shared with this man a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago now. No, a couple weeks ago. That like I was really praying for like community and just people to do life with, and he came out of the blue, and here we are, and he's kind of stuck with me. I hope it's forever, a friendship and everything, right? And at the same time, I love just God answering prayers, and so I'm just truly grateful that you came into my life.
Agreed. Now that we've done the crying thing,
there we go. Look at that, getting all lovey-dovey, which that should be an episode in the future. Like, how can men be intimate with one another without that other stuff?
Yes, agreed.
Other stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Other stuff.
I mean,
all right,
that
okay,
other
cool.
stuff.
That's another episode.
Yeah.
So, who are you, Angel?
Whoa,
Loaded question.
Who am I?
Yeah.
Oh man,
What do you want them to know about you?
Whew, wow. Okay, I was ready to start it off with you. Okay.
Yeah. I beat you to it.
He got me, y'all. Who am I? All right. So I first am a man of God, and it's been quite a walk. I am also a older brother of 2 sisters and 3 brothers. I am a product of a divorced household. I am someone who has battled with a lot of things. I guess we're gonna get vulnerable, right? Might as well just throw it out there, right? Your boy has navigated sexual immorality, manipulation, cheating, lying, anger, rage, just a bunch of different stuff, And it happened through family, through work, through relationships. Y'all, I dragged a lot of people through the mud, and I've been dragged a lot of times through the mud. But yeah, man, I think I'm just somebody who always desired to do better, right? Throughout all the hardships, my parents' divorce, the tough things I had to navigate through, like my life experience, even, navigated like addiction to porn and stuff like that some years ago. I think it all was intentional and happened for a reason. And, all of these things, like, it kind of reminds me of like the movie Slumdog Millionaire, right? Like, it's a movie about this young man who goes on the show who wants to be a millionaire in India, I believe. And he goes on the show to, ironically, get the attention of a girl because he has no idea where she is. But he ends up winning the show, all for the sake so that he can use his call a random caller to ask for help so he can call her because he doesn't know her number. But he ends up winning the show. Throughout it, spoiler alert, y'all, the whole movie from me.
It's been a while, bro. It's been.
I know it's been like years. Yeah. So if you haven't seen it,
it's on you.
Go see it. Pretend like you didn't even hear me say it and go see it. But his entire life journey gave him the answers to get to that $1 million bag, right? And I really feel like the Lord has given us opportunities, or given me opportunities to come up with all these answers after I had a lot of hardships and experiences. And that's kind of how the A of the DNA came into this. Like, I've been put in a lot of positions to learn some things, to grow for some things. And I love to talk about some things. So that's me in a nutshell.
Like it. I love it. So, and then you can give me the same 2 questions. Why does this subject matter to you?
Man, that's a good one. This subject matters because, man, how do I word it? I think it matters because of pride. I think in our upbringing as men or just people, we've been taught so much that we have to be independent, that we don't, not all of us, but we don't value learning from the experience of those who came before us. And so we end up finding ourselves repeating history, right? There's a quote that says those who, it's not COVID, y'all. We good. But there's a quote that says those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. And I think that's really what the aspiration and passion is. I would love to be able to talk about some real life topics that will help individuals not have to navigate the porn addiction, not lead to leading women on or mistreating women or lying or manipulation or stealing, or how to deal with a divorced parent or how to deal with death or grieving or whatever it is, man. And it's really just been an exciting opportunity to talk about talking to another man who's comfortable to go to those depths, because there's not a lot of space and agencies for men to talk about those things. And it's so cool that we get to do this, and, eventually invite people on to do this with us. And, life is great when you get to the goal destination, But life is so much better when you get to see all the people you got to go through it with. And so I'm excited to go on this journey whether we get to meet you all or, we just get to know y'all tuning in. So that's why I do what I do or why I do what we do.
I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So I was trying to think of another question to kind of stump you, but I'm stuck. So
hey, you're talking to a journalism major, bro.
I know, man. He got me.
Game.
He was ready. So, yeah, for you, man. Who are you? Who is DeAnJilo?
I know that you were going to ask me that, and it's still a hard question to answer. How do you put your entire life in a couple of sentences? All right. DC born. Very, very proud of being from DC. We're out here based in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. I grew up in a single mom household. Older brother, about 7 years, who kind of played the role of father. I'd say my adult life, me and my father have gotten to a really good place with our relationship. But at the end of the day, he was a functional alcoholic for 30 years, not in the same household. And then him and my mom had maybe the most tumultuous relationship I've ever seen in my life. And both of them are at fault in that. Those things really shaped how I engage with the world. Oh, and I grew up in DC, so it's an all-black high school. I didn't experience physical bullying, but a great amount of verbal bullying from the standpoint of we call it joning, people you being in the butt end of jokes, especially if you don't know how to defend yourself. And for a long time, didn't really know how to defend myself. So those things really shaped my self-view. Mm-hmm. I'd say the things that gave me confidence in those seasons was external success and getting attention from external success. So that'd be from girls. When I got to I think I call myself a late bloomer, which is a crazy thing to say. But around 16 or 17 or so, I got my first little Nigerian girlfriend.
Hey, Nigeria queen.
Yeah, and yeah. And I would say that, I'm not gonna lie, that gave me a lot of confidence of oh dang, maybe I do have something valuable to offer. But then also around that time, I was really starting to gain confidence in my academic success as well. And teachers were seeing things in me. And so really started to gain confidence because others were being yo, you got something. You know what I mean? Yeah. That was huge. Even when I played football, when I'd play my best is because a coach would affirm me. You know what I mean? I remember I still have this memory in Pop Warner football, the team I played the best for, talk about peaking early. I started playing well because there was one play where the coach, he made a game out of whatever we were doing. So it was the one moment I wasn't thinking and I just did whatever the game was. And he was like, yo, if you do that, we gonna be locked in. And so at that point he would start to be very intentional with me. Yeah. And then I started playing way better. So I'd say the process of unpacking that has been a long process, a lot of therapy, a lot of success and failures in relationships, whether friendships or romantic relationships. But it has me at a state where I am very, very happy with who I am and where I am. I'm always going to be a work in process.
Absolutely.
But we talked about this before. I feel so grounded and aware of myself and having space to receive feedback of negative feedback, you impacted me in this way, DeAnJilo. And I'm like, dang, that wasn't my intent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And being able to receive that, and it's not an indictment on my identity.
Yes.
Those are things that took some years to figure out, a long time to put together. So I failed at saying who I am in a couple sentences, but that's what came to mind. Yeah.
We long-winded, so
for sure.
Honestly, this would have been a 2-hour conversation. But praise God for efficiency and growth. So that was the phenomenal response in a really good amount of time. So also, why are you here? What inspired you to get to this place?
All the pain points of my past, probably. Here's the thing, and I'm a believer as well. For me, I do truly believe that God has us here for a purpose, right? Tangible things that he wants us to impact. And for me, it's come from my pain points. And I think that it's like that for a lot of people. I like my father, but I don't respect him in the way that I think you would with a father, because he didn't lead me, because he spent 30 years numbing. You know what I mean? And he didn't, and he also, that's a habitual thing. His father also left them when he was 8 or 9 or whatever. So, I'm a man, and I want to push us forward, and I think part of that is actually knowing how to be more emotionally in tuned.
That's real.
And I hope to be that for my partner, and that's why it matters to me. I want us to do better.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's good, man. That's good. And so, I guess the follow-up question to kind of keep us in flow, because we want to make sure we're mindful of y'all's time. The goal of this is to have quick,
good point,
efficient conversations.
And by quick, we mean 20, 25. If we squeeze out of 15, exactly. We worked for y'all.
Yeah, exactly. So process. If it goes longer than that, one, thank y'all for your grace and patience, and two, there is a good reason why we did.
Well, drop a comment, be like, yo, that was a little, y'all was, you know what I mean? I love y'all, but go ahead, tighten that thing up.
Yeah, we could always use a timekeeper to help us out. We learn as we go.
1,000%.
Yeah, man. So how we want to break it down to them, like the flow of this? How we doing this 15, 25 minutes with them? Like,
so, as we've said already, we've shot a couple episodes. One episode is a little bit more like tool-based, right? Where it's like, hey, these are things that helped us work through that.
Yeah.
And then I think the next episode we're kind of rifting because it was just something that sat with us.
Man.
You made a really good point the other day too, where today you said, we're also going to talk about things where we struggle, like that aren't tightly bold. And as you were talking, I thought about something that we'll be able to have a conversation about. So I'm excited about that. But to answer your question, I don't know. We're going to try to get as organized and efficient as possible. And we've got a timer here, and we're going to try our hardest to make sure that we are respectful for your time, but also don't sacrifice the content, the value that we have to offer.
Absolutely. I agree with that, man. So you will get tools, you will get questions, you will get honesty and
maybe
vulnerability.
Some crying. Who knows? Guests. We're going to bring guests.
I hope I ain't got to do no crying on air.
We never know if it hit.
It might, man. I might give y'all some thug tears.
We're gonna have some guest here. It's not only gonna be we'll bring some women on to get some women perspective too. Like we have a rich community to access,
a plethora, and we're hoping to also have you all join us as well because we hooked it up and got a nice little Google form that's gonna be going out soon. Make sure to follow us on social media. At the Well Initiative, the.well Initiative. You got yours set up?
Takonka Piece. We are figuring that out. Yeah, but the Takonka Piece Instagram is live because I already did shoot a podcast with that brand. So that is my brand. Yes. We're figuring out how we're going to combine those things.
It's going to work, man.
Yeah, we'll luckily on Instagram, they let you collaborate on posts. So you can have the same post. Yeah,
easy.
On the same thing. So
easy. So
maybe we'll also have a separate D&A podcast Instagram.
We might have to, y'all.
Yeah,
the cool thing about this is there is limitless possibilities. And so we're just so excited to explore those limitless possibilities with you all, with these topics we touch on. And we'd love to get you all involved with that. So please check out our links. To support us, to encourage us, or even pivot us if there's something you want to talk about or something we
want to talk about what y'all want to talk about, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. So tune in to us on your car rides, your bus rides, your walks, wherever it is in your workspaces, because we want to give you an ample amount of substance to glean from in that time. And so man,
support this black job. Support this black job. You know what I mean? This is a black job, all right?
Literally. Support black business. And the only thing you got to do is open your ears and your mind. Whoo, that's a bar.
There you go.
Ain't even asking for your money. Just your time and your ears.
Support this black
job. You can multitask, right? We just wanted to make sure we just laid a foundation so you can know who we are, what we do, what our aspiration behind doing this is. And just can't wait to have y'all join us. Anything else?
No. See you guys soon.
Cool. All right, y'all. Have a blessed one.
Peace. Hey. Episode 1, I give a really bad freestyle for y'all, just so y'all know.
Hey, bars. Here we go.
But just so you know, I can really freestyle for real, though. Off the dome. Sending you off. Go home. That's all.
I was ready. He got me with home. I was like, okay, I see you, bro.
Yeah, 6 bars.
Oh, man. But all right, y'all. Peace.